let's talk about number porting, right? Many people are scared, and I'll get to the integration part in a second. But number porting, I port numbers. There's a big stigma in the industry. I don't want to port numbers. It can cause a disruption. That would be devastating. And there's no doubt that it would. And that's why we've gone through crazy measures to create an automated port API. So Telgorithm has created. So one of the big things is there's a gap between an API and what takes place at the carrier levels, right? So if you're sending a bunch of messages to your current provider and the numbers with the current provider, the problem is when you port the number to the new provider, your API doesn't know when that transition has occurred. And so hence it continues sending API calls to the legacy provider, and that causes disruption. That's typically many times what causes the disruption in that process. But if there was a way to bridge this gap between the real-time transaction of porting at the carrier level with the API level, then you could solve that problem. Because if your API knows the actual second in real time at the carrier level, at the number cutoff, it could simply just redirect its logic to the new provider and no disruption. And that's exactly what Telgorithm has built. We built a process and a subscription webhook that is tied in and integrated in real time at the carrier level that allows you proactively to know the exact moment your number has switched from your legacy provider to the new provider. So you just keep sending API calls, the legacy provider, literally to the second it transitions, and then you have everything pre-built on Telgorithm. Everything is set up, the number is loaded, the campaign is there, all your hooks are there, everything is pre-set up. And so the second that's there, literally it's seamless. Your customer wouldn't even know anything has happened. And we created a very easy API and webhook subscription that allows you to build that into your logic very quickly. As far as integration, go ahead. Were you raising your hand there?
Because I think this is an important question. What does it cost to port numbers?
We, Telgorithm, do not charge anything for porting numbers or porting away numbers.
Thank you.
The only thing we charge for is sending text messages. So we don't charge for anything. That's a good question. In general, there are costs. Now, can your current provider charge you for porting away? That's possible. Some of them do, some of them don't, depending on your scenario. We don't charge for any of that. So that's a good question, though. So